in geosciences. Okay, field mapping in geosciences. Somebody asked me what is field mapping in geosciences. Now I'm going to say field mapping in geosciences. Field, then mapping. What does it mean to map? To map means to. This is a man. That man might draw in anything can represent a man. To map a man means you want to know everything about this man. For instance, you're a security personnel, and they say, oh, I want you to track that man, know everything about him. You want to map that man and know everything about him. No problem. A professional knows what to do once he sees the man, so that he can tell his story. Right. Some of you don't know how to tell a good story, but I'll tell you how to tell a good story now. This is a man. He's tall. He's slim. He is having flat tummy. What do you have to tell your client or somebody who sent you? That man is very tall with flat tummy. There are a lot of people with flat tummy. So how will you describe as that unique man with a flat tummy who steals fowl, egg, or even goat in the community? And you're trying to present it in a professional way. You will have to, one, measure that man, whether with your picture you snapped him, to know from head to toe how the man looks. Secondly, you have to know what are the facial or other morphological attributes of the man. Probably the man is hairy. You will know that the man is hairy. Probably the man is not hairy. You also know that he's not hairy. If he's having bad head, you should be able to know that he's having bad head. That's what we do when we visit an art crop. Assuming this is an art crop, this is an outcrop. And this is land surface, and an outcrop is occurring this way. And this is your usual map. Every location or point of the earth in the center of the earth, you must have your north, your south, and you have your west, and have your east. So now you want to know this man occurring as an outcrop. This is the surface, and this is you as a professional standing here to measure this man or to map this man. What do you need to do? First of all, know which side is this man facing. This is north, this is east, this is south, and this is west. Assuming the man is facing this way, let me say this is like this. As an actor. So what does this tell? This is the surface of the earth's surface. Surface. And this is a subsurface. So what you want to know basically now is this man that is appearing here in the surface, just a tip of an iceberg of the whole of an actor. How is this man facing? That means, how is he, which side is he looking at? You can see that the man is looking at north, east, south, west, which means the man is striking. What I'm trying to refer to you now is strike. The man is striking north, east, south, west. This is north, east, south, west. But how are you going to do that? How are you going to measure this and be accurate? That's the problem. I will show you a tool that we use to do that, and that tool is called compass. Compass. This is your compass. This is a tool we use in doing that. You can use this to determine the strike of any crop. So, if I use my compass, what do I need to do? As a professional, a geoscientist, what you need to do is stand on top of that crop and face the direction. As you face the direction, align your compass to that direction. As you align your compass to that direction, then try to set. You just see this, it has a listen up where you can actually twist it either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So you can either twist it either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So now, as I'm facing, I will now wait. Make sure that the red aligns to the red. The red arrow aligns to the red. Here, because this is the true north. You can see it written N here. So make sure that this aligns with this. Once this aligns with this, and you facing this, look at the topmost here. You will see a yellow line here. This yellow line on the north side and the south side. Measure whatever number that is there. This is northeast, southwest, northeast, southwest. So what am I having here? What I'm having here is 80, northeast 80, and then 260 southwest. So if anybody asks me, what have you done? Which side is it? How is it striking? I can boldly tell the person, whether a professional or non-professional, that the outcrop is striking. Strike is equal to northeast 80 and then southwest 260. That's one thing I want you to understand here. This is a direction which is lying, and it must be equal to what? 180, which means the outcrop must be in a straight line. Every outcrop lies in a straight line. So if you minus 260 minus 80, you'll be having what? 0 minus 0. Okay, this is 0. Then you carry 1 here, add to this. 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. Then bring down 1. Which means if you are drawing this on a map, what you are going to do, you draw your strike like this. On a straight line. And that is 180. So you are having your strike to be 260, 80, 260. The next thing to do is watch the outcrop. Which side is it bending to? Let me use the word you understand. The strike is dipping. If the strike is horizontal or nearly horizontal, there's what to do. Just fetch water, pour it on the outcrop. Any side that that water try to rush to or slip to, that is the side of dip. Because some of the outcrop are usually near horizontal, and it will be hard to determine the direction of it. Just if you pour the water, if the water flows, any direction that it flows, that is your direction of what? Dip. And that's how to determine dip. But if it is not nearly horizontal, you can actually know the side that it is dipping to. So what will you do? Face that side, assuming this outcrop is dipping this way. Just face that side that is dipping to. And then align your compass. The same way I told you how to align this north to north. Align it that way, facing that direction, and then determine the number here. Remember, this time around, you are only measuring the direction of dip. So try to determine the number on that direction. For instance, assuming this outcrop is facing this way, and this is a southwest. No, this is southeast. This is our east here. Okay, assuming it's dipping this way, and this is southeast. If you align it facing that line that is facing that direction, you will now see, standing this way, you will see 140. So, what we have is, as our dip, We have our strike. Let me write this there so that you will see it very well. We have measured and have our strike to be northeast 80 and then southwest, northeast southwest 260. Then we have deep as southeast 140. This is degrees. Southwest 140. What are you going to mention next? Now you have been able to see the direction that is facing. You're able to see the direction that is dipping. The next thing to do now is, this is not horizontal, because every outcrop must have been affected by one geophysical or geological activities or natural anything. It must have been affected by any geological activities. So it is not lying horizontal. It can only be lying horizontal if nothing have affected it. But you have already known that it's dipping somewhere, which means it's not horizontal. So you're going to measure the angle of inclination. How is this outcrop inclining? It is bending this way. At what angle is it inclining? So you want to measure what we call angle of inclination. That is what we call dip amount. So the dip amount now will be measured this way. Align your compass. Now you are not going to use the external calibrations now. You are going to use the internal one. You are going to use what we call compass clinometer. You can see the black arrow inside the compass. That black arrow measures what we call the inclination of the outcrop or the dip amount. So, and it's called clinometer. Clinometer. Let me write clinometer. It's called clinometer. So, the compass that has this is always called compass clinometer. So, if you're going to market to get this, just ask of compass clinometer. This was developed by Holamat. It's by Holamat company. You can get this product, and then it's very okay, very accurate. So, if you want to know the link of where to buy this, you should look at the link. You will click on this video. You see a link to this Holamat company. They will give it to you, and they will serve you very well. So now, using compass clinometer, align this. Just hold it and line it to be horizontal. Make sure it's at 0. As it is at 0, just place it on the outcrop towards the direction of dip. As you close it, you place it towards the direction of dip. The arrow will move slightly. Let me say, this is the direction of dip. If you look it this way, it will just align. It will have maybe let me use my hand for instance. If it is dipping this way, you just put it on this direction of dip on my hand. My hand now is at an angle of 30. So what you will do is now, you write dip amount. Dip amount is equal to 30 degrees. It doesn't have any direction northeast, southwest, because what you're measuring is an inclination. So that's for that. And now that we are done with the orientation of the outcrop, how is dipping, how is striking, and the dip amount, the next thing to do now is to describe the features found in the outcrop. So our next lesson now will be going into the features. Whether your phone don't